So we have Craig from Nationwide Tracking Systems with us tonight for the first round of NTS V8 Evolution Championships. Craig, how are you, mate?
Yeah, great. Yeah, thanks, Ben. Thanks, Jamie. Look, on behalf of everyone here at NTS, it's great to be here, and we're all really proud to be part of this exciting series.
Fantastic. So just tell us a little bit about NTS and what you do with the team there.
Mate, I'm the operations manager over here and handle the social media side of things. And look, NTS is a technology business, and we have a variety of solutions that kind of, you would say, provide safer, more compliant and profitable work environments for sole traders and the service sectors, right through to large companies in mining, construction and transport.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Let's get on to the sim racing. How long have you been involved in sim racing, Craig?
Well, I've been involved for a couple of years now, and I decided to take it up seriously about 2 years ago. And I needed a good rig and decided to spend some money. And as it was, I ended up buying JP's R-Seat N1 from him, and that's how we met. Yeah, and then we just started talking, and I ended up joining the team. I think there would have only been 6 or 7 guys from memory at the time, and JP and I have been bouncing around ideas ever since.
Well, and has the rig let you down? That's the next question, because I'm sure JP would have given it a good old thrashing.
It's a bit bent in the middle. He's a bit bigger than I am.
And so how did the sponsorship of the championship come about then? Obviously, there's a bit of a connection there, but how did it all sort of fall into place?
Well, look, JP and I have always been talking, and when the opportunity came up, NTS had just developed a social media strategy, and it was pretty much right in the middle of COVID. And as you'd be aware, guys, esports and sim racing just went through the roof. And the community was already growing prior to that, and now exponentially. So it just seemed to be like perfect timing to get into esports and sim racing, along with some of the other big companies that we're seeing, like BP sponsoring the Scops, etc.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect timing. Sim racing has definitely been booming, and it's great to see NTS getting involved.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. What we're trying to do here is build the brand, and essentially the sponsorship is part of the bigger picture. So, as I said earlier, it's a huge community that all love motorsport, and our business, we've got a lot of synergies in that area.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, makes sense.
And you're racing tonight? You're in the main event, the Tier 1?
Well, somehow I've managed to jag my way into the top split. I don't know how. I'm an open wheeler guy. I love the Renault 2.0 and the F3.
I think I've seen you in the F3. I reckon I might have raced against you a couple of times.
Yeah, you might have been. And well, I think I'm a bit out of my depth here, lads. So I think
you'll be right.
The strategy will be to stay out of trouble, I think. And if I finish further up the grid, it's because people have binned it in front of me.
That's a good goal. Just
well,
keep it clean.
Yeah, that's it. Just watch the wheel spin and have fun. That's the main thing. Look, good luck tonight, Craig, and thanks again for your time. I think you've probably only got a couple of minutes to go to get ready to get on the grid. So suit up and have a good one. Thanks,
boys. Really appreciate the time, and thanks for all the support. And look, check out Nationwide Tracking Systems on our Facebook page. Hit it up.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Thanks, Craig.
It's good to have you aboard.
Thanks.
All right.
Stop.
So for tonight's racing, 26 laps of Zolder. Round 1, 13 round chance.
26 laps, and it's 55.5 litres, 50% of the old full tank. So
pit stop.
Compulsory speed, so everyone loves a good compulsory pit stop. Can really juicing up the that's really up the racing, especially with those looking to make a little bit of time up there through the pit stops. We'll see if this
part of the racing again.
should be exciting.
Talking about mid-race. Rear tyres are going to be looking for a breather halfway through this race.
I know you and I have done a few laps around here over over the last week or so, trying to get ready for the official series, and I think it's probably one of the slipperier tracks that we come across, especially after coming on the back of Bathurst.
I think the tyres are good for about 4 good laps, and then really holding on to it up that. Really looking for grip, scrambling for grip out of these chicanes, tight chicanes, and hard braking area.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a fascinating race. There's going to be people sliding it around, missing apexes. It's going to be hard to overtake.
Yeah, getting anxious on the throttle, trying to send it up the inside, coming out of a corner, and even I noticed on the ripple strips when those tyres have got 5 or 6 laps on them, they really chatter and start to light up in second and into third. So you mistreat them for a couple of laps and they're a handful. So it's going to be really exciting to see people. I predict that we will see some really high speed laps sort of drop off. Those that might be hanging back a little bit, looking after tyres, I reckon the end of the race will be pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think we're looking at high 31s and 31s to start off with, 131 lap times, and then depending on how well they look after these tyres, if they start battling away, they're going to probably use up the tyres pretty quick, and we'll see some mid 32s, high 32s, low 33s. If they're really struggling, high 33s, and the plan would be to get into the pits early, probably in lap 11 or 12, and get a little bit of an undercut. But then, of course, you've got that risk of dropping back in the middle of the pack, getting caught up in traffic, and just losing so much time. So it's going to be on. It's right from the word go, right from the green lights. Turn 1 is going to be extremely important. Whoever leads into turn 1 have a 50% chance of running away with this race with no mistakes, but mistakes will be made.
Yeah, 100%. Overtaking spots, where do you see them, Jamie?
Well, always turn 1, if you can get a good run out of the final turn, you can get up to a good 230 kilometres an hour down the pit straight. But it's only dropping down to third gear, so it's not really. You'd have to get right alongside someone for turn 1. And then, of course, the chicane, but you need a little bit of help from the guy that you're trying to pass, which won't happen. You're not going to get much help passing someone around here. They'll probably want to go too wide through the chicane before they give up a position. Villeneuve, really not. The second chicane, really not an overtaking position, I don't think. Just so hard to brake and pull up the car. It's on the edge as it is.
And it's very undulating, isn't it?
Yeah, look at the hairpin over this crest. And other than that, maybe the last chicane on the track. That's the checkered flag out for the warm-up session.
We're ready to go.
They'll be gritting
Exciting things.
Making sure the fixed setup. We've got a fixed setup for tonight. Not the easiest setup I've seen to drive. It's definitely got some pace in it. And look at that. We've got a field, over 30 cars, 35 cars tonight.
35 cars. Magnificent. Great start to the series. And just the same again, I think, in Split 2, which is will be relayed on Wednesday night. Always exciting to watch that.
Alex Cord really on pole position. Set a fast time. No one got near it in qualifying.
Todd Hayne, yes.
You noticed him in a couple of practice sessions. He's definitely got a lot of pace. He'll be a man to watch. He's in a good position.
We've got Jamie Davis and Martin Turner there, second, third and fourth on that second row.
Jamie Davis, always a fast man. He's been consistently quick throughout Series 1.
Yeah. So then we've got Sean and Laz, Mark and Paul.
Oh, there's a bit of damage back there on the start. Some guys have spun up the wheels into turn 1. Alex has got a nice clean start. He's into turn 1, leading away.
Bit of bump and grind back in the middle there. We've got some cars off the back. Oh, dear.
And the safety car's been called.
Yeah, rightly so.
Called the safety car, and rightly so. I predicted it. I had a feeling there was going to be a little bit of trouble off the grid.
Robert Buell was in there.
Yeah, Robert Brow. It doesn't seem there's been too many cars damaged, but yeah, that was not a clean start. So yes, the safety car's out. He'll pick up Alex Cord on the first lap.
I think Laz was in that as well.
Yeah, like a couple of guys stalled on the left hand as we were looking at the front of the grid, the left hand side of the grid. There might have been a little bit of contact to the rear of cars, and then it was just nowhere to go. It's very thin pit lane, pit straight, just nowhere to go. Cars spinning, the wheels, first, second gear, very slippery track. So it looks like we're going to get an artificial rolling start now. But the first few rows, the first 2 rows got away cleanly. So our main protagonists, Alex Court, Jamie Davis, Sean McNamara, Simon Chadwick, Paul Preston, Mark Duggan. We have lost a couple. Todd Haynes dropped a heap of positions. He might have been one of the guys who spun the wheels up early on the grid. Just a new face this series. Had a good qualifying position, but has thrown it all away with not being able to manage getting it off the grid. Of course, that's always a huge part of this racing. And they're picking up the safety car now.
Yeah, just...
Safety car's on the back straight just before the Klein chicane. Alex Cord coming through turn 4. He'll pick it up any second now. So that's a disappointing start. Would have liked to have seen a clean start there, but... Well, a lot of anxious guys on that grid. No, not much room. Easily understandable. These sort of incidents are going to happen.
Yeah, and look, first race of the season, everybody's really keen to make their mark, and part of the battle there, Jamie, is, as we know, and I'm just looking at the dripping paint graphics car, looks lovely, one of our other sponsors. You've got to keep your head to start with, and there's not much room down into that first corner, and it just tightens up more and more from there, and so hopefully we see the guys just take a breath after this one.
A few cars off into the sand trap.
Safety there, the NTS safety car. That's the new BMW. Doesn't that look nice? Especially with the NTS livery on it. Our major sponsor, and I just caught Track Races on there as well. One of our other sponsors. Beautiful. And an NTS car behind it. Look at that. Gee, they'll be loving that. That's fantastic.
I just noticed Leonage coming out of the pit lane. He was one of the drivers caught up in that messy start line incident.
Gee, that's an early stop, isn't it? That'll get his free hit with the repairs, and keep an eye on for him carving it through.
He's going to have to push hard now. He's got a lot of work on his hands.
He looked comfortable with the setup.
And also other drivers involved, like Luke Holland, Michael Dumbrell, Michael Spithill, Trent Gosley, tailing at the back of the field now. But back up to the front, Alex Court. He's going to be the man to beat. He showed some fantastic speed in practice and qualifying.
Just seen a few of the boys.
Safety lights off on the BMW. Are we going to be going on the next lap?
I haven't heard yet, but I would think we'd have to be close.
I'd hope that they'd bring it in on this lap. Nothing like, there's nothing worse than sitting behind the safety car, soaking up the laps when you want to get this race going.
Absolutely. We've got a little bit of chatter over the
comms.
Over the comms. Some people are wondering about wings. From what I've seen, everyone's still on there.
Damaged cars out there.
Yeah.
You really don't want to make a pit stop at this stage because that will force you to make a 2-stop race.
Yeah, you would.
If you pit now, you will not have the fuel to get to the end of the race.
Absolutely not. You'd be putting yourself right at the back, and it's going to be a battle. And I think, one thing I think Jamie and I are talking off air about this is sort of track. You can have a really fast car, but if that car in front of you is strong under brakes and is pulling out of the corner strongly, you're going to struggle. You just don't have the room to get up there, and there might be some muscling. I think the safety car's coming in at the end of this lap.
That's great. Let's get back into the racing now. Hopefully we can get a clean restart.
Absolutely.
Safety cars pulling away at the moment. Alex Court is starting to take up the pace of the field through the Villeneuve chicane.
Yep.
Followed closely by Jamie Davis. He's going to want to stick with him. He's not going to want to let Alex get away here. Sean McNamara in third. Simon Chadwick in fourth. The Punisher. Paul Preston. He must have made a little bit of ground up off that on that start. Mark Duggan. I think he lost a few spots. Martin Turner. Todd Hayden definitely lost some positions. He was started on the front row and now he finds himself back in 8th position. And they're getting close now to a restart. Jamie Davis keeping it very close behind Court. Davis and Court.
Keep an eye on Simon Chadwick. He's got the Bruzy racewear all planted across the back of that spoiler. He will be fast on the restart. Triple 7. Oh, he's riding right in the back there. This is going to be an exciting start.
Court accelerates through the first apex of the chicane. He's hard on it now. Down the pit straight. He's made a nice clean start here.
Here we go.
Davis has no answer for him. He's not going to be able to threaten into the first turn. And that's a nice clean start for the first few runners.
Oh, looks like he's run a little bit wide there on the cold tyres.
Yeah, and Davis spun up the wheels as well exiting turn 1.
Got nervous on it. Saw an opportunity, tried to take advantage.
Sean McNamara makes up a bit of time in third. But a nice clean start for the first 5-6 cars. They've all got away well. Running single file now.
You can see them really putting the power down. A couple running wide in the grass, in the dirt back there, but trying to settle in now into that first lap.
Davis is stuck with Court. He hasn't let him pull away. He's showing some good early pace here into the Villeneuve chicane. On lap 4, we're back in racing on lap 4. Court very fast through his smooth driver, picks up his apexes beautifully.
Yeah, it's all about the patience on the throttle there, isn't it? You've really got to be have it lined up and let it flow through.
Braking hard down to second gear for the hairpin. Ease on the power out of this hairpin.
Just hearing a drive-through penalty for one of the cars. We'll keep an eye out for that. Unsafe re-entry.
Final corner, lap 4. The top 2 sticking together.
Marty Hansen has just had the drive-through.
Might have been a little bit of contact back in the field.
Yeah.
Car 231 as well.
231.
Been a little bit of shenanigans going on back in the pack.
That's unfortunate.
Davis pushing hard, the wheel on the sand. Tricky corner 4 there.
Simon.
He's pulling up.
Simon Chadwick, he's looks like he's got the Punisher on the side of the door. I hadn't noticed that before. We'll see if he punishes those in front of him.
Struggling to stay with him at the moment though.
He is.
Top 2 definitely look like they have the pace.
Those tyres, we're going to have to keep an eye on those tyres, Jamie. I think that the next couple of laps absolutely keep it smooth, and Alex is doing that really well at the moment.
So Michael Hill has got a black flag, Marty Hansen's got a black flag, so they've got drive-through penalties.
They're all still very tightly bunched, as we can see on the graphics there.
So we'll go a little bit further down the field, looking at Todd Hayne and Darren Caldwell battling away for 8th and 9th position.
Gee, it's 7th, 8th, 9th. They're very close there.
Yeah, battle brewing here. Martin Turner's. In fact, it's just sort of like what we thought was going to happen at Zolder. Very hard to pass. Pretty much one line track. Everyone's just following each other. Just waiting for those tyres, and people that'll be a little bit hard on those tyres are going to start struggling in a couple of laps' time.
Just waiting to see, aren't they? Yeah, just waiting to see. It'll only take a momentary lock up into a brake zone, chirp in the rears, a little bit of a wheel spin out of a corner, and that's where that opportunity will exist. And you've just got to be ready for that.
The braking zones are going to get longer and longer. Those tyres go off. You can't continue to brake where you were early in the race.
No, that's right.
Alex caught in that NTS car, just holding that gap to Jamie Davis.
He is. Track temperature is 34 degrees, so reasonably warm. I'm sure the guys have been practicing in and around that sort of temperature. It's gone up a little bit since quali, but shouldn't be too much of a difference on the tyre as long as they treat him well in these early stages. 21 laps to go, and won't be long before people start to think about a bit of an undercut. We'll be interested to see and watch the pace if that's where they want to go.
Well, it's pretty much guaranteed if you undercut, you're going to come out in traffic.
Ashley Davis is in there in the pits.
That's an early pit stop.
That is a very early pit stop.
Trying to get out of the traffic, but he's probably, well, I don't know, is he going to be able to get the full fuel in to get to the end of the race? It's on lap 7.
That will be
touch and go.
We have had the safety car. There'll be a bit of a save there, but we'll see.
Got a slower car on the track. Ashley Davis. Oh, he's just come out of the pit lane.
We've got another one in the pits as well. Ben Soren as well. No, that is not correct. No, he's still on track. No apologies. Dean Williams is in.
Jamie Davis.
No, he is pushing hard. Very loose. He's let it all hang out.
They have pulled away from third place.
They have, yes. And
McNamara hasn't. The pace has just been a little bit too hot for Sean McNamara. These two are definitely showing pacing. It's going to be a battle between Alex Court and Jamie Davis at this stage for the race win. And race control busy at work as well.
I'll tell you, I'm just looking back through the grid, guys, and Jamie and Todd Hay is just starting to move away a little bit. He's just starting to put a little bit of pressure on Martin Turner. It's just starting to heat up there.
The grid, so he lost a lot of spots on that start. And he's probably trying to work his way up now. He might be a man to watch for an early pit stop as well.
Well, look, and I think this will be exactly what we were talking about beforehand, Jamie. Is that this is where there's lots of pace, feeling comfortable, faster than the guy in front potentially, but you've got to really line it up coming out of a corner. And
he's
the run
he's having a look here.
He's on the outside. This will
not
cut
really
back
a
in.
zone of the track. He can pull off a manoeuvre like that, but he's definitely being held up by Martin Turner.
And good.
He's got a run here.
Good driving with Martin. He's working it hard, but he's fair. And
Todd Haynes going to have a look down here into the hairpin under braking. He sticks his nose out.
Gee, that's a short shoot, isn't it? It's a short shoot there.
We'll sit behind waiting for any scraps that might come his way. But really, we haven't seen very many passing manoeuvres throughout the top 10 here. It's all been stationary. Oh, and someone went to the pits there, was it?
No, it might have been a little bit of a dust up there.
A little bit of late braking.
It's exciting up here in the commentary box. Imagine what it's like in the driver's seat. I do like it down there.
It's easier in the driver's seat than the commentary booth. Simon Chadwick, the Punisher.
He's going for it. I'll tell you what. Martin Turner he's just pulled a little bit of a gap on Todd Hayes. So Todd's pushing up. Oh, he's
that's the problem. That's definitely the problem when you get into a battle here. Yeah. You overcook those tyres. It's so hard to push and accelerate, line up a passing manoeuvre, and then just you burn up these tyres so quickly. So
I'll tell you what, Martin Turner is he's coming up on the back of Mark Duggan, who is absolutely flying in the quali, and this is we might be seeing a little bit of that drop off in the tyre now. Jamie, you
where
can
the
really
action is
push.
happening.
Yep,
Ben.
it is.
7th and 8th.
It is pressure cooker stuff, and
He's sticking his nose out and again to have a look. But
yep,
really, it's such a tricky braking section into that hairpin.
it
So
is.
hard to pull off a manoeuvre there. But look at the run he's got now. He's
Oh
pulled
yes,
out.
look at
He's
that.
gonna have a look.
Oh, has he got the run? Has he got the run?
Oh, he's gonna have a look.
He was thinking about it.
He had a big think about it.
Yeah, it's just that shortness now. How's he going out of here? Here we go. Onto the back on cut straight.
Martin Turners might have cooked those rears. He's going defensive into turn 1. This is going to slow them both up. Side by side.
Is he gonna hang him out?
Oh, he's going to very close to the sand there.
Wow. Great driving. Good defensive driving. This is what we come to see.
He's definitely
Great
being
stuff.
held up here. Todd Hayden getting anxious. He knows
Mark
he's
Duggan.
losing time.
Just giving Mark Duggan just a bit of breathing space there.
In the sand again.
Yeah, moving a bit forward. Paul Preston there. Just keeping it nice and straight.
Up over this crest, 5th gear.
Todd's really spinning those wheels up there. You can see that moving around. He is desperate. That's Simon Chadwick there.
Look at that. He's lighting up the tyres. And it's just fast, but it's going to slow you down as well. You've got to look after those tyres.
I'll tell you what, Mark Duggan is under a bit of pressure here because he got sideways out of that corner before the crest. Oh, Todd Hay as well again. Just lighten up the good years.
Crashes the curb.
Big one, big one.
That's a nasty hit to the front spoiler. No damage done though.
Very, very close here.
These guys are working hard. They're really pushing each other.
They are
losing
working
time. They're not really gaining on the cars in front of them now.
And Spihill's in the pits.
That might be his second stop. I saw he was black flagged earlier.
Just having a look at Luke Holland's. Looks like he's been in the wars.
Yeah.
He looks like he's in the early wars. Oof, yikes. I wonder if there's a...
Race control's been super busy tonight. We've already had a safety car and a lot of black flags, a lot of drive-through penalties.
And Chris Kerr is missing his bonnet, so it has been a... Just scrolling through here, it's been a big one.
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Hopefully he's still got his fast repair. He can hit the pits.
Looks like Laz is charging on through the field here. He's got.
He's moved up to position 26, so I think. And there's. I think that was Brower just losing in front of Leonage. So Leonage has pushed him into a mistake there and gains another position. Moves up. It's a race of recovery here for Leonage. But he's doing a great job of it. I think he's made up over 10 spots already. That's not a bad effort in 11 laps, considering 3 of them behind the safety car as well. So he is definitely a man on the charge.
Absolutely.
Here at Michael Schroeder, it won't be long before he's taken him. The way he's moving up through the field. If he can get a good run out of this final chicane, he might be able. Oh, he's going to go deep into the. Oh, there's a tap. Oh no.
Deary me.
He's gone wide. He's going to have to gently bring it back onto the track. Leonage maybe just a fraction ambitious there. He probably should have waited for the pit straight there. He had the pace on him. Looks like he's pulling up to give that position back, but he's going to lose a lot of time in doing so.
A lot of time.
That's really put an end to that brilliant run that he was having there. But that's the risk you take on a track like Zolder. It's it's not a position where you want to be. And he's been giving up so much time here.
Absolutely, and that's what we talked about earlier.
Nearly caught him here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
But look now, Schroeder's under pressure as well. So this, and there's Brower in the background as well, losing it again. Yeah, look now, he's had to give up 2 positions for nice and one. Oh, and there's another loser in the game. My goodness.
Deary
That's
me.
lucky not to get caught up in that. And he eventually gets that position back and he's on his way again.
Wow.
He's got a long gap between the next guy, but probably not a bad position to get a bit of fresh air, pushing hard for a few laps, make that pit stop and get going again. Now what's going back on at the front of the pack? How is Alex Court's gap going? It seems like he's stretched out a little bit of a margin here on Jamie Davis. He's got about a 1.5 second lead, but now we're coming up to lap traffic. Might be a good time to call that pit stop.
Well, they'll be starting to think about it, won't they?
Jamie Davis smashes the curbs and the Klein chicane. Sean McNamara in third. Simon Chadwick, he's got a little bit of a battle here with Paul Preston. Paul Preston starting to put a bit of pressure on Simon Chadwick for fourth position.
It's tightening up again. It is tightening up again.
Lap 13 we're on.
So we've seen a few pit stops. We've seen a few, but
wouldn't be surprised if we see it very soon.
And we're Jamie Davis is coming in now.
Davis in. He's going the undercut. Smart move. Let's see where he comes out. This could be critical for the race lead here.
So,
as Alex Court is coming up to a bit of lap traffic. Aaron Gilbert in front of him. Aaron Gilbert, a seasoned veteran. He's been doing a lot of racing, so he'll know the situation here. But still, it's a sort of track where it's hard to get out of the way. He doesn't want to lose much time either.
He's a hard man to pass the best of times, Aaron Gilbert. But one of the
going in the pit stop.
Still in. I'm just watching him here.
Yep, he's just had Todd Hayne pull up in front of him. So Todd Hayne has made his pit stop as well. Davis is away.
Davis is away. There we go. Let's see where he comes out.
He needs a clean run. He needs to make the most of these fresh tyres. This is the critical time for Jamie Davis.
Where's he going to come out?
Right behind right behind traffic. Hopefully he'll have a pretty straight way to get negotiate that.
Dean Williams.
Looks like a teammate, so he's
a teammate. He has jumped out of the way.
Oh,
nearly out.
He's lost half a second there straight away. Now we need to look for Alex Court. Alex Court critically. No, he stays out another lap.
He stayed out.
Oh, with a big slide like that. Struggling to put the power down with those rear tyres. They've definitely had the best of them taken out of them now. This is critical time though. Jamie Davis, if he keeps pushing, he will probably undercut him by at least a second and a half here, and he still hasn't passed Aaron Gilbert.
Well, this is for the position, so I think it's
a little bit of time there. Might have lost a little bit more time there.
Oh no, it's
critical. Critical lap for Alex Court here. He's got to bring it in here this lap. I know he's got clean track, but this is critical for the race lead.
Yeah, that won't be helping his chances at all.
Making a move. He's making up time. He's not messing around here with the fresh tyres. He's just ripping through the field. Now he's got a clean track in front of him, Jamie Davis. Moving off into turn 2. He's going to have a clean lap here. This is absolutely the way he would be hoping it would turn out.
Just watching Alex.
Alex calling down the pits on this at the end of this lap.
Those tyres are struggling. He's really struggling to put the power down. You can see it squirming out of the corner, short shifting. And he's
not really pulling away from Aaron Gilbert.
No.
Keep all eyes on Alex Court here. This is a critical pit lane entry.
Will he be in this stop? He's staying out.
Staying out.
Staying out. And he is absolutely throwing everything at it.
Well, Ben, one thing he might have in his advantage here is he's going to have the fresher tyres at the end of the race. But
absolutely.
I have a feeling that Jamie Davis will have the lead after Alex comes out of the pits.
I would probably put a pineapple on that. I think you're right, mate. That is a It's
And he's
a
got
gutsy
more.
move, and
Alex
he's got
Ford
some
has got
traffic.
all that traffic in front of him as well. I think this guy might have just come out of the pits. Who are we looking at here? Trent Gostley has just come out of the pits, I believe. So he might have fresher tyres. He might not hold Alex up at all.
And it's coming up into
the lights.
He's flashing the lights, but he's coming up into the chicane braking, and some really tight braking zones at the moment. And he had enough of a space on him. He wasn't holding him up.
That's a nasty place to want to pass.
It's a nasty, nasty place. He's putting a lot of faith in there, and those well handled.
On more tyres, that's
absolutely
not the easiest place to do that.
And it is sliding around. You can see it absolutely sliding around, especially those chicanes. He's trying to shift weight around.
Everywhere. He's on the edge. He's on the limit. These tyres have had enough. And in a 26 lap race, he's gone 16 laps.
I think he just locked inside. Minor lock there. Will he be in this lap? Question.
I don't even think he'd have much more fuel left.
He's coming in. He's coming in.
He's got to do this perfectly. Cuts the first bit.
Cuts the second one.
Down to 60 kilometres an hour. He's right on 58k. So he's on the rev limiter. He's on the pit lane limiter. Where's Alex? Where's Jamie Davis? He's moved up to.
He's up to ninth.
He's up to 9th.
And he's coming down the back over the hill. He's got a little bit of traffic, but I don't think this will be a hold up for him. See if he can get through there.
Keep an eye on Jamie Davis. I'll keep an eye on Alex Cord. Alex Cord pulls it up on the spots. He's on the jacks.
Well, look, Jamie Davis is coming into the final chicane now. He has no traffic in front of him. He's still
on the jacks.
Yeah, he's just whacked it into third, and it is off. I think there's going to be a big gap here.
You think it's going to be a big gap? Court's rolling.
He's through. He's through. Jamie's into the first corner. He's going into the second now.
Wow, that's a big lead.
Big lead. That's a big lead.
He's dropped 5 seconds there, at least. Oh, and he's runs wide in turn 2 as well. Alex runs wide on his re-entry. Those tyres haven't come up to temperature yet. He might even lose another half a second before those tyres come up to temperature. And this is going to be big time now. Alex Cord needs to put the hammer down.
And he's got
McNamara. At least he's come out in front of Sean McNamara, but still, could be race critical there. That was a strange decision to stay out for that amount of time.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think this type of track, tight as it is, you're rolling the dice with the traffic like that, and back markers, they don't have a lot of place to go, and they're also running a race, and there's just nowhere to even if you're 2 seconds quicker, it's a difficult track to get past people. So
who do we have leading at the moment?
This will be interesting to watch.
Leading the race at the moment? Wade Michael comes into the pits, so that'll be lead given up to Cameron Veacock. Cameron Veacock is in as well. So Jamie Davis will take over the lead of the race as he crosses the start-finish line. Now.
There we go.
Lap 18.
Things start to correct themselves. 8 laps to go now. The thing that Jamie, you touched on beforehand, there's a back marker coming up between the two of them, Jamie and Alex, but Jamie will have the tyres rub it in, and Alex will have the fresh ones. They'll be good for 3 or 4. Oh, Jamie's just pinched the inside wheel there. Didn't hurt him too much.
So we've got Michael Schroeder between the two, between first and second. Hopefully he knows the situation here. He can read it nicely. So Alex Cord will be pushing hard. He will not want to lose a second.
Absolutely.
There he goes.
Schroeder's rolled out of it. Yeah.
Great drive.
Well done.
Michael Schroeder.
Absolutely.
McNamara gets through as well. Then we've got Paul Preston in 6th position. That might not be right on updated because Veacock and Wade Michael have come in. I think he's now in 4th position. Might be corrected there.
Jamie Davis has absolutely got the hammer down here, and he'll be just watching his relative, just keeping an eye on what the times look like.
Let's have a look at this lap time now, Ben, as they come through. It's lap 18. Jamie Davis sets a 132.5. Alex Court 131.6. That is 1 second fast.
Yeah.
He's reeling him in. He's reeling him in. But the old catchphrase, he'll catch him. He'll catch him.
But can he pass him?
Pass.
Yeah. 2.4 seconds.
Part.
Yeah, running about 2.4 second gap at the moment. We're going to see this stabilise though, aren't we?
This is going to be a very
over the
interesting
next couple
race
laps.
finish. It's going to be very interesting because I have no doubt Alex Court will catch Jamie Davis, setting up for a grandstand finish.
Well, I tell you what, the other person we need to keep an eye on is Sean McNamara. You know, he
pitted a little bit earlier than Alex Court, so he can't stay with him at the moment. The tyres will level out.
They will, and
the best out of the tyres in the next 3 laps.
There might be some.
They'll all be pretty much fairly even after that.
Well, these two front runners might start to hold themselves up a little bit too if they battle. So that'll bring Sean back in.
McNamara might just sit back and enjoy the show.
Have we got enough laps?
Because I have a feeling that Jamie Davis will have to get a little bit defensive. He might have to cover a few lines in those last 3 or 4 laps because Alex Court has the pace, he has the fresher tyres, and he had the lead and he gave it up and he doesn't want it. He doesn't want the race to finish like this. He needs so many of those early laps to pit stop. So another 1.5 seconds brought up the gap. The gap's closing. This is on. This is going to be a great finish.
Second gap. Absolutely.
He will be with him in a couple more laps, and Jamie Davis will have the fight of his life. The last four laps, I would say.
Sure, McNamara then also in the 31.9 on that last lap, so he's got good pace.
You have to be happy with a 3rd position at the moment, and of course this championship is all about consistency.
Absolutely.
You know, there's a race win on. You always want to take the race win when it's available. But at the worst, the 3rd place is a great finish in this situation.
So, gee, we're down to about a second gap now. We'll be able to, Jamie will be able to hear Alex's engine now. Bit of an off track. Ooh.
Look at the gap closing up at the hairpin. Court just so much more grip on the exit to the hairpin.
Yeah, you can really see it digging in and launching out of that corner.
Davis has got to keep it smooth.
He would have worked those tyres hard at the start to really make sure he got the jump. But
he's not going to have much to fight when Court catches him.
Out to 1.3.
He's got to keep it smooth. He's got to keep it really balanced, so he's got at least a little bit of tyre left for those last 2 laps.
Well, look at this.
It's going to be an absolute sitting duck.
Time's starting to level there, Jamie. Jamie Davis 32.1 and a 31.6, nearly 31.7 for Alex. So we're seeing less than a second gap. Yeah.
We've got traffic in front now as well.
Don't we love a bit of traffic? Got the lights ablaze. Get out of the way.
Situation. There's traffic. Smashes the curb again, Jamie Davis. He rode every bit of that second apex.
He did. Would have felt that through the shock.
We would have crunched.
Ugh, sick old feeling.
We can't take our eyes. There's battles all up and down through the field, but this is the battle.
Absolutely.
And this is going to be a sketchy situation as they move up to Luke Holland. Look at the time. Alex has made up through that chicane and over the crest. It's really on now. Lap 21. Still 5 laps to go. Jamie Davis is going to find that very
taking
difficult.
it early, yeah.
It's going to be super difficult to pass around this tight top of the track.
Sure.
He's not going to get it easily.
Sure, McNamara's just dropped off the back there a little bit. Might have had a little bit of stake. Ooh,
Davis.
twitchy.
Very. He's working it hard. 132.6 on that last lap.
Luke Holland really needs to get out of the way here.
1.6, so he's made up another second on that last lap. And I don't know if Davis is going to have anything to fight with here. It's going to be really difficult to hold him back. And there's the passing manoeuvre. There's the...
Oh, no!
Contact. That's contact between Luke Holland and Jamie Davis.
Oh, that's
Alex
disappointing.
Court flips through, and that's it. That is it.
Davis will be kicking himself about that.
Brewing that. Oh my goodness, he is going to be ballistic in that car.
And that throws your balance out, doesn't it? Oh.
That is the race for the lead, I would think, unless Alex Court bins it from here, which I certainly can't see happening.
Well, he'll be keen.
That was how hard Jamie Davis had. He had to take a risk on the stage because he knew that Alex was catching him head over fist. There was no time to mess around at the college.
Well, I tell you what, look at this though, Jamie. I don't think it's over. I think we've got a real battle on our hand. There is some real... He's just closed up on him. Closed up on him like nobody's business.
McNamara is sitting back there in the background as well. He's not far away from third place.
I'll tell you what, I've just been watching this as well. Jamie under brakes. He is fantastic. That thing is... He's modulating that pedal really well. Look at that. He's close. This is not gone. He is not giving up. 0.38. Absolutely. And he'd
have a bit of red mist as well at the moment. I can imagine he would be fuming.
Well, Alex can't take his eyes off it. You have to keep the momentum and the eyes forward because Jamie will be waving the yellow and black car there.
Corbin would have been rubbing his hands when all that happened in front of him.
He's just gone wide again there.
I'm away and I'm out of here.
I can relax, but absolutely not.
He's going to still have to work for this on lap 23. 3 laps to go.
He was waving it around into the chicane there. It's looking really good.
It's going to be very hard not to make a mistake.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think this is where Davis made a lot of time up last time. Up through this section here.
You can cut a little bit of those chicanes there and get the off track, the incident. 12 incidents to play with tonight, so if they've got a little bit up their sleeve, they can probably take a little bit of extra track, but it looks like Court's had a better lap here. He's done that section.
It must have been a mistake on that last one. He's really pulling away now.
I have a feeling. So we can have a quick look down through the field. So Alex is definitely at this stage, looks like he has the pace to hold on to this lead. We've got Jamie Davis in second, Sean McNamara in third, Luke Holland being lapped, Paul Preston in fourth. He's got a nice little margin to Martin Turner in fifth. They cross the line. Simon Chadwick in sixth. All these guys are fairly well spread out. And there's a big gap back to Todd Hayne in seventh. And Todd Hayne's had a bit of an incident there by the looks of it. He's lost the bonnet on his car. So that's not going to help his performance. And he's lost the rear wing and boot as well. So
gee, that will not help it at all.
No, he'll be struggling to hold on to 7th position there. But he's got a little bit up his sleeve. Back to Hayden Harrison. Another one of the Bow Repairs car in 8th position. And then we look back to Darren Caldwell in the Phase 4 Motorsports car. The gold and black. Very striking paint scheme there. He's got a little bit of a battle between Sean Pidwell. So 9th and 10th is a little bit tight still. Something to play for back here on lap 24. Oh, Pidwell comes in, backs it in through the chicane. Caldwell's gone as well. Caldwell's gone over the gravel. And Pidwell's pulled up. He's made the error there. He's going to redress that. But the cars are just streaming through as they do so. And it's made a bit of a bottleneck over the crest. This could be dodgy coming into the real chicane.
Oh dear.
Side. It's all. I think they've sorted themselves out. Oh no, there was a little bit of contact back there. Barnes. Cameron Vincom took the ball back there. And he's still on 2 wheels on the grass.
Second and third. Looks like we've got some action here. Back at the front. Jamie Davis, he's struggling. I was just having a look at that replay with Luke Holland, and boy, oh boy, I think there might be some words in the pits after that.
Yeah.
Open the door and
oof. Stroll down pit lane, have
a stern chat. That was very, very awkward, and especially when first and second are battling it out like that. But
well, and apparently Luke Holland has been black flagged, so that's race controller all over that.
he has. Dude, they're doing a bloody good job up there today.
Yeah, they've been busy tonight. The boys up in race control done a great job.
Davis has just settled again now. Just pulled that little bit of a gap out on Schroeder, and for a moment there, I thought he'd actually made on Sean.
McNamara.
Yeah, on Sean, and just looking at the gaps now, and yeah, 2.3 from Jamie to Alex, and then it's only.
Oh, McNamara, very loose. So I think that's blown his chance of second spot.
He's keen for it. He's absolutely trying, but that'll cost him for the next few corners, though.
Massive lead.
Craig Newell's in.
Oh, has he made an error with the pits?
Might have had a fuel. Might have been a fuel.
And we're on the final lap. Lap 26 here. Alex Court has made it hard for himself this race. Could have been a lot easier, I have a feeling. He could have had a little bit less stressful time if he had a pitted earlier, but it's all come out. Worked his way in the end. Yeah,
there'll probably be some strategy. Yeah, there might be some strategy chats later on.
But maybe he knew what he was doing. He might have had this covered the whole time. He might just wanted a little bit of excitement. Here he comes. Coming up over the crest. A little bit of lap traffic. Rob Brower there gives way nicely into the hairpin. Smoothly through the hairpin. Accelerates down to the final corner. Alex Court will be the man to win.
Round 1 at Zolder of the NTS Championship. Fantastic.
The V8 Evolution Championship.
So,
brought to us by NTS.
Nationwide Tracking System. The first round of the V8 Evolution Championship. Well done, Alex. Take a bow. Well done.
Jamie Davis brings it home in second, 2.6 seconds behind. Sean McNamara holds on for third, 3.4 seconds. Paul Preston, 9 seconds back. Martin Turner, 11.5 seconds back. And then a big gap to Simon Chadwick in the purple Punisher machine. Todd Hayne holds on to 7th position, even though his car is a lot worse for wear than when it started. Hayden Harrison with a nice drive in another Bow Repairs car. So the Bow Repairs cars are brought home in 7th and 8th. Danny Vassell. It's a quiet drive, but effective. I didn't notice him much through the race there. I think he might have been the benefactor of a bit of that incident between Darren Caldwell, Chris Barnes, Sean Pidwell, and they lost some positions there, and Danny Vassell has done a nice job keeping it clean and snuck through for a handy night's position.
Yeah, that's a great result. Fantastic result.
Riley Simons in 10th position. Michael Brennan 11th. Darren Caldwell lost a couple of positions in those last few laps in that incident at the Klein chicane. Brings it home in 12th.
I think the next question there, Jamie, is where will Alex do his burnouts? This is the big one to celebrate. So
keep an eye on Alex. I'll keep going through the field. Michael J. Brennan at 11th, Darren Caldwell 12th, Chris Barnes 13th, Sean Pidwell 14th, Mitch Campbell 15th, Blake Boys 16th, Lee Roberts 17th, Trent Gosley 18th, Aaron Gilbert 19th, Stefan Lawrence 20th, Michael Dumbrell 21st, Benjamin Ciron 22nd, Marty Hanson 23rd, Wade Michael 24th, Chris Kerr 25th, Jacob Brewer 26th, Lasseth Leonage 27th. That's a pretty good effort. He didn't really make up as much positions after the great charge from the rear, but that's probably as good as he was going to get after being taken out early in the race. James B. Anderson, 28th. Cameron Veacock, 29th. Robert Brower, 30th. Philip Piggott, 31st. Michael Schroeder, 32nd. Dean Williams, 33rd. Ashley Davis, 34th. Luke Holland, 35th. Craig Newell, the man from NTS, Nationwide Tracking Services. He's finished 3 laps down in 36. He'll do a little better than that next round. Mark Duggan, 37th. Michael Spithill, 38th. Lee Davis, 39th. Oh, and Lee Davis was driving the safety car. So he's got a few laps in there. He would have enjoyed that.
Fantastic.
So well done to Alex Court. How was his burnout? Did he do a burnout?
It's right up there as someone who's just won the championship. He's done a fantastic job with that one. I think he's been looking and watching a bit of SVG there, so fantastic effort.
Yeah, he deserved that one. That was a great win.
Yeah, big thanks to our obviously to Nationwide Tracking Systems for their sponsorship, obviously on the series, but again tonight as well, and also to Brucey Racewear, Track Racer, Dripping Plates Graphic, Race Management Services, Coughlin Race Engineering, and Track Cams for Gourmets. They are our other sponsors as well. You see them plastered across the cars, and without those guys, it makes it hard to go racing. So we really appreciate it. And well done again to Alex and Jamie Davies, as they've done a fantastic drive. So well done.
We'll grab these drivers and have a little chat, see how their races panned out, what they have to say. We might have to edit Jamie Davis's interview. He might be a little bit blue.
Well, it'll be interesting his take on it, actually.
Very interesting.
I had obviously a look at the replay, and I will hold my judgment on that one. But I think it'll be interesting to get his view.
Luke Holland probably won't want to hear the interview. Third place first, Sean McNamara.
Sean, how are you? Congratulations on third place.
Thank you, JP. Appreciate it.
That would have been tough. That would have been tough out there. Those tyres looked like they had given up the ghost pretty early in those stints.
Yeah, certainly. First stint seemed a little bit better. The second stint, I think he was pushing a little bit harder. But once the lap car sort of got in the way a bit, I pushed a bit harder and burnt the rears up. So tried to calm them down at the end, but they didn't come.
Yeah, we saw a few tail slides and really trying to put some pressure on Jamie there, especially on the last few laps. It's a difficult thing, isn't it, right towards the end then when you're pushing hard like that, fighting through the traffic. But fantastic result though, mate. You must be really pleased.
Yeah, absolutely stoked. My first run in this series, and appreciate being invited into it, and looking forward to watching the broadcast back with you guys. And yeah, it was a really good run. I was trying to get Jamie help at the end there, but it was.
That was a great effort for the first run. Yeah, you'll be a guy to watch out for the rest of this season. Have you been doing much practice here at Zolder, or is it just natural talent and we can expect you to see at the front, Interlagos, and further rounds up down the track?
Yeah, I didn't actually get Zolder until Sunday. I downloaded it, so I've spent a lot of time on Simon Chadwick's been awesome, helping me out. Did a fair bit of practice, and all the NTS guys putting up practice sessions and things like that. It's been massively helpful. So looking forward to getting some tracks I know, and hopefully can push a little bit.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Well done, mate. Congratulations on third. That sort of puts you in a strong position going into next week, and obviously for the championship. And I know Jamie and I will be pretty excited to watch that unfold throughout the season. So well done.
Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to, Sean?
Of course, I guess there's my supporters. So Jeremy Murphy Photography, Intimidator Race Engines, Velocity Motorsport Magazine, always sharing my streams. Racing Ears, Custom Ear Protection, and Racecraft Simulators.
Great job.
Fantastic.
We'll be keeping an eye out for you, Sean. That was an awesome third place.
Yep. Well done, mate. Excellent.
Now, second place, Jamie Davis.
Jamie, P2, fantastic result. Almost had the P1 there. We were watching intently as that was unfolding. Talk us through it, mate.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Just for the first half of the race was just focusing on trying to keep with Alex, and I knew the undercut was going to be a massive benefit. So I thought if I can get that done, punch in a couple of quick laps, I can jump out in front. And Zolder being a hard track to pass that, I was fairly confident I could have kept position, but I just tangled with the lap cars. Wasn't his fault or anything. I just sort of was trying everything to not hit him and hoping he wasn't there. And unfortunately,
you're a gentleman.
Right.
You're a true gentleman, Jamie. Some other guys might not have been so generous. But yeah, it was with the tyres the way they were. You definitely had to take every chance you had to hold back Alex at that stage.
I think that's very kind, Jamie. I think I think we were watching intently with yourself and Alex, and the undercut. Absolutely, we were really surprised to see Alex go longer, and as you described, your plan worked perfectly. The lap traffic and spot on again. Zolder, it's a tough one. If you get in front, it's a hard one to get past. But look, I wouldn't discredit the P2. I think that's an absolutely awesome result, and it's going to be certainly putting the pressure on for Alex going into the next few races. So well done, mate. Anybody you want to thank for sponsors wise, or anybody else?
No, thank you very much. P2 is a real good start. Happy with that. I'd like to thank Dripping Paint Graphics for turning out on the cars and giving us a hand. They look bloody awesome. Everybody involved with Pacific Sprint Racing, thank you. JP, NTS, everybody behind the show that makes this series possible. Thank you, guys.
Good stuff, Jamie.
Well done, mate. Excellent. Great result.
Thank you very much.
So, the man of the moment.
Alex.
Uno.
Well
Alex.
done. P1, we thought you were making it difficult for yourself there with that late stop. How did it go in the car, mate? How'd you feel?
Hey, boys. How are we all? Yeah, really good.
You sound pumped.
Yeah, exactly how I wanted to start the season. So, yeah.
Do you think you would have got him? Do you think you would have had him if that little bit of incident didn't happen with the back marker?
I don't know. I feel so unlucky for Jamie there. I said to him in the green room that, that was just unlucky for him to come up onto that lap car and get out of the way there. So,
well, you had him under pressure. He had to go for a gap that was there, but it wasn't there, if you know what I mean.
That's right, yeah. I was kind of in two minds as well, whether to, give the position back to him because, like, I know I didn't have to.
No. I would have hammered down. Wasn't your issue.
I just, good sportsmanship and all that, but, that's
it's rub of the green.
That's right.
Yeah. Somewhere down the track, Alex. So take them when they come your way.
Absolutely, yeah.
We were surprised to see you.
Sorry, Ben.
That's all right. We were surprised to see you stay out for as long as you did. What was the thinking there, Alex?
I just stuck to my original strategy.
Yep.
It was brave.
Yeah, a little bit, but. So.
Well done, Alex. Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
First of all, I'd like to thank Nationwide Track Systems, VR Cover, Brick Sim Race, Cars for Hope, SimShed Broadcasting, Goodyear Auto Care. That's all sponsors.
Good stuff.
But
good stuff.
Most of all, I want to thank JP. This win to you, man, for everything you have done, not just for me since joining the team, but getting series up and running. I know how much hard work you put into it, so this one's for you, man.
Well said, Alex. Yeah, well said, Alex. Fantastic result, and look, puts you in the driver's seat. Obviously, going into the next round, you can really hear the I won't say relief, but the pride in that first win. Always a good feeling, we look forward to. I think there's a few characters in there. They're going to be putting some pressure on you at different times, so it's going to be it's going to be definitely a good series. So well done, though, mate.
Definitely.
Can't take it away from you. Awesome.
Yeah, no, looking forward to the rest of the season.
Great stuff.
Good. All right, thanks, boys.
Well done. So we'll have to wrap it up then, Ben.
Well, a very entertaining first race here at Zolder. We move on to, you're gonna have to remind me of the next track, Jamie. But
it's Jose Rodriguez.
Oh, young
Interlagos.
Interlagos Brazilian. Wow, that'll test it out. Big, fast, sweeping corners with a bit of a tight section there. That's going to be really exciting. Cars will be fast there.
I haven't seen V8 supercars on there very often, so it's going to make for an interesting race.
It will, and I have a sense that there's probably a few people who finished a little bit down in this, a little bit further down the list by a bit of misunfortunate and potentially some strategy things. They're going to be on the hunt for next season. So it's going to be exciting.
Had an unfortunate start to that race, and they'll be wanting to get back to the front of the pack and show their real form in round 2. This time again next week, Tuesday night.
Absolutely. Okay, well, look, thanks again to NTS for their support, and just once again, Abruzzi Raceware, Track Racer, Dripping Paints, Graphic, Race Management Services, Coghlan Race Engineering, and of course, Track Cams for Gourmets. We'll be see you next week.